welcome to the Pastor Mike Online broadcast, coming to you from our top secret broadcasting bunker at Area 52, deep in the heart of the Nevada desert. I found an hilarious, is it an hilarious or a hilarious? I found something hilarious today, about 2 minutes before coming on the air today. Let's see here. Let me make some adjustments here so that you can see the shot. There is an article on Drudge Report talking about it's some clothing company. I don't wear the stuff. I wear clothing. I don't wear this particular company's clothing. United Colors of Benetton. Did I say that right? Anyway, they are noted for controversial ad campaigns, and it's just amazing how the human mind wonders, especially one like mine. This is their new ad campaign. It's called Unhate, and it features Barack Hussein, and obviously these pictures are photoshopped. But it features Barack Hussein kissing some world leaders. There's one with Hugo Chavez from Venezuela. And this is President Hu Jintao of China. President Hu. So here is Barack Hussein puckered up and kissing the communist dictator / CEO of China and future owner of America. And the wicked, depraved mind that I have said to myself, if they're going to Photoshop it, they should have Photoshopped it right. He's kissing the wrong end of the guy from China. I can tell you that right now. And that's how it, listen, that is exactly how it is in this country. We are kissing the backside of China in just about everything we do. And why are we doing that? Because they own our debt. They control the purse strings. They call the shots. Anyway, just had to share that with you today. A little, once again, putting the fun in fundamentalism. Let's see here. I've actually made a list of some things that I want to deal with today. We had a virus. I won't say we. The computer that runs Bible Truth Radio, we set this thing up. It's the software for it is Sam Broadcaster, and it's a little bit difficult to figure it out. And so I spent a lot of time getting this thing set up on this computer with all the playlists and all the sermons that we have on there and all the music being added to it. My daughter, Lindsay, just started working here, and she has taken that over. She's done a tremendous job. Anyway, I come in this morning, and I just kind of sat down at that computer and to see, what was playing, how many people were listening and whatnot. And right before my very eyes, the whole computer shut down. And I went, oh, what happened? So I loaded it back up, and it became obvious to me that the computer was just loaded with viruses. I started running antivirus software on there. If you were listening to Bible Truth Radio this morning and heard it go on and off several times, that's what was going on. So I ran some antivirus software on it from a USB flash drive, and it started just picking up numerous viruses, and which all it does is annoy me. It doesn't destroy anything. In fact, here's the grace of God. I went out a few weeks ago, and I bought a 3 terabyte backup hard drive, and I backed up that entire computer before I gave it over to my daughter Lindsay. And I mean, everything on there was backed up. And that was at one time my office computer. I had all my files and things I'd been working on and things like that. I just thought, I'm going to back this thing up. And I backed the entire thing up, and fortuitously, I think is how they call it. And so anyway, it's not any real loss. It's just a loss of my time. I am the IT guy here at our top secret broadcasting compound. Now, if a light bulb needs screwed in, we get Gary to do that. If a floor needs mopped, then that's Alicia's job. But if it's something with the computers, I have to tend to it. And so anyway, we just kind of took that computer down, and we transferred the Bible Truth Radio, the software, the settings, and all of the sermons to this computer right here. Okay, this one. And so right now, this computer is simultaneously broadcasting Bible Truth Radio, but it's also broadcasting the Pastor Mike Online Live. And viruses, they aggravate me is what they do. I'm somebody, I go through operating systems like some people go to restaurants, and so that doesn't scare me. Redoing an operating system, and really that's like the way to get rid of all the viruses off of your computer, is to start with a fresh operating system, which I recommend you do anyway. And if you don't know how to do that, find somebody that can. Find some kid that's about 12 years old, and he can redo your operating system for you. But anyway, so we kind of move back and forth and try to get it fixed. But viruses, and this particular virus is one of those. You ever wonder who writes viruses? Okay, some of them. Now we know the CIA writes some viruses. Okay. They wrote Stuxnet, S-T-U-X-N-E-T. They wrote that specifically to embed into Iran's nuclear control computers. And it worked. I mean, it put them back quite a bit. So we know the CIA writes viruses. We know that teenage boys write viruses because they can, and they want to see what they can do. But I'll tell you who else writes viruses, and that is companies. Not all of them, I think, but some of these lower level virus protection companies write viruses, plant them on websites. If you go to a website looking for a screensaver, you're in trouble. If you go to a website looking for free music downloads, you're going to get nailed. If you go to a website looking for, backgrounds or whatever, okay, ringtones, you're going to get nailed. And there may be a bunch of them out there, a bunch of different ways but anyway, they get these things on your computer, and the virus embeds itself and attaches itself to some of your files, and then it just starts keep doing that. And then all of a sudden, you get this message on your screen. You probably have gotten this. You get this message on a screen from an antivirus program that you didn't even know you had. And before you got the virus, you didn't have the antivirus program. The virus downloaded the program, installed it on your computer's operating system. The next time you turned your computer back on, it loaded this software, and all of a sudden this software pops up and says, you've got infections on your computer. Okay? We're scanning your computer right now. We're going to try to eliminate these viruses that we put on. And so they scan your computer. They say, now click here if you want to remove these viruses. So you click there. And then what happens is they're asking for your credit card so you can pay them $50 to activate this software to get rid of your viruses that they put on to begin with. It's a racket. It's like the mafia in the south side of Chicago or in New York City. And they go through a neighborhood bashing in windows, and then send a guy in behind that and say, hey, hear you're having some trouble down here. Well, we'll protect you. It's going to cost you. So they do the violence, and then they bring in the protection. It kind of sounds like the United Nations, doesn't it? Maybe it's the United Nations virus that hacked our computer. Anyway, if it was the Illuminati trying to bring down Bible Truth Radio, you did a lousy job. Okay, it's just an awful, lousy job. The Occupy Wall Street protesters. I want to talk about them for a minute because I'm a little ticked off at these people. Do they have a right to free speech? Yes, so do I. I have a right to free speech, and I'm using it right now. And I am using my right to free speech in a responsible, peaceful way, but I'm getting the message across. The Occupy Wall Street. Now, there are two groups in this country. One group I kind of like, and one group I don't. They both have a right to their speech, okay? But I like one group, and I kind of like one group, and the other group I don't like. I think the Tea Party has already been taken over. But when it first started out, the Tea Party was not just an organized group of anything. It was just people that showed